Sorry about that. I was texting somebody. Sorry for that. I apologize. Hey, welcome. Man. Okay. It's 3 a.m. It's 4 a.m. Hell, it's 4 a.m. And I got up like I usually do from being in hella pain. But you know what? It's a benefit sometimes because if I wasn't in this situation, I'd be working right now and probably not making as much money as I'm making. So, that being said, man, I stumbled across a project that is just amazing. Are we live? Yeah. I stumbled across a project that is just amazing. And I don't know how I come across these things by accident. Like, for example, the Kobe Bryant project, which hasn't been minted yet, which tells you that they really are a real professional group. But I don't even remember how I came across that Kobe Bryant project, but I came across it right pretty close to the beginning, enough to get whitelisted, and I shared it with as many of you guys as I could. Some of you partook in the event, and some of you unfortunately are going to miss out because it's too late to get a spot on there now. But the fact that hasn't been minted yet is a testament to their professionalism and the seriousness of the project and how big it will become. I mean, it's going through all the legal hoops. What other project has held off on minting for months at a time because they need to make sure that the charity they're donating to can accept the money legally as a 503c and just everything else? So that's crazy, but we're not here to talk about the Kobe Bryant project. We're here to talk about the other project I found called Bricktopians. So let me share that. Okay, so I just minted these. This is pre-sale, so do not go to this website and do not try to mint. You could lose money or hang yourself up or cause yourself a headache. Don't try to mint here on this site because unless you are whitelisted, which gives you a specific amount, here I was given 5. It doesn't even matter what it says. Just don't even try to do it. If you haven't been whitelisted and you do not attempt to try to mint on here, I've heard a couple of people say they've their money's got hung up, they've lost their money or something like that. So just be careful. Don't do anything stupid. Maybe they don't have set something on here to stop you from doing something if you're not a general sale person, because in the Discord, they've been telling people, hey, man, don't try to mint if you aren't whitelisted. Okay, so the public sale will be here on the day before Thanksgiving for many of us, the 23rd of November, for 0.08 ETH. But it's probably going to be a gas war, so be warned. And there's going to be hardly available for sale. So I just minted my 5 literally right now, because, you know, when you try to mint at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., you're minting in an attempt to get the lowest gas fees for the transaction. And lo and behold, man, I haven't gotten gas fees this low in a long time, in at least 3 weeks. So the gas fees came out to about, believe it or not, they came out to about $50 only per token. So I minted 5. So my gas fees were $275, I think, which is pretty amazing. So for those of you who don't know, when you mint an NFT, mint means making the NFT for the very first time. You're actually the one creating it. You're the creator of the token, of the NFT. when you mint, you know, usually, so the mint price is 0.08 Ethereum, which is about, what is that, about $300? I want to say that's $300. Let me do the math on that puppy real quick. If Ethereum is what, 4,100 right now, so $330 is the price for each one of these. So I spent 330 times 5. So I spent about $1,650 on these 5 NFTs, plus the transaction fee is $275. So I spent just under 2,000. Actually, I think I spent right at 2,000 for these. Okay, enough with all that jargon. So what did I get? Real quick before we go into the meat and potatoes. This is what I got. So I got 5 Lego bricks, and on the reveal date, it will be revealed as to what they are. And I'm going to go through the Discord sneak peeks and share what these are projected to be looking like, and all the sneak peeks from the beginning to the end and its development and what it started with, because it started as a 2D image, and then so you'll see it progress as I go through the Discord. But I'm gonna go through the images as we listen to the AMA, because it really is all about the AMA and what the project is about, who it was made by, and stuff like that. And then I'll go over a couple of the other NFTs that you see here that I just picked up. I've been spending a lot of money on these things lately, so let's check it out. Okay, the AMA is right here. Let's share that first and start and get it going. So the 2 fellows on here, his Discord, his name is Bricktologist. He's I guess the creator of the platform, but Law Degree is the creator of the art. So it's a 2-man team here. I'm sure maybe there's more people behind the scenes, but maybe there isn't. I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to play this.
Obviously, there'll probably be some newcomers in this chat. So before I start, there are a couple of things that I just want to relay. So we've got Law Degree here, who is the artist behind the collection. Law Degree and I, yo, welcome. So Law Degree and I, just so you know, are long-term friends. We go very, very far back, and this is a project that kind of represents a collaboration that we've always wanted to do. So hey, Law.
What's up?
Yo. So for anyone who doesn't know much about Law Degree, he's worked with the likes of Kanye West, Louis Vuitton's Virgil Abloh, Russell Westbrook's Register to Vote campaign, behind many of Law.
What's up?
Yo. So for anyone who doesn't know much about Law Degree,
sorry about that.
Law Degree is the man behind many of the major celebrities' artworks that you might have seen in the digital space. So he's worked with the likes of Kanye West, Louis Vuitton's Virgil Abloh, Russell Westbrook's Register to Vote campaign, and probably most notable in this space was the LaMelo Ball NFT launch that happened earlier this year, which was the biggest collection by an NBA player. And so
you guys know I own that one.
Essentially, the first solo collection or duo collection with me. And so yeah, just obviously say hey, Lauren. I'll jump into the other stuff before we get to your part.
What's up? I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So something I'm just going to mention is that if you guys have seen some of the sneak peeks that have been coming through, I think that's a good segue into the story of how we got here for anyone who doesn't know a lot about us. So 2 months ago, Law Degree and I started this project. We were seeing a lot of really cool NFT stuff in the space. A project that really caught my attention that I liked a lot was a project called Fusion Apes. So Fusion Apes was a AI reinterpretation of Bored Ape Yacht Club using like Fidenza style art. And Laura and I started talking about like, what are other like ways that you could use AI to reinterpret something that's already really cool and really push the limits of not being a derivative of that project, but really adding a lot of new layers to it, taking it to another level. So if you're an early supporter of ours, you would have seen our Bricktopians project. And that's where this all started. We thought, well, what are pixels in real life? Well, they're bricks, toy bricks. And so we started with that brief and we tweaked. And a lot of people were like, oh, that's just a Lego filter or something of the sort. But if you looked at those art pieces, you would have seen the work that went into it from Law Degree in making every single brick have the hand placement of a human touch. Every single way that the composition was created was from a selection of bricks using his Brickto AI. And we were really pushing the limits of what could be done in 3D with an AI reinterpretation. And so we started there, and that was something that we were really proud of. We thought it was a piece of art that a lot of people would get behind, and many of you guys jumped on board, and we thought it was really cool. But as we started to move on our journey, we realized that, yeah, a lot of these art projects are awesome, but even other analogous projects, if you adjust the artwork, you're not going to survive long into the future. So we started to think, okay, well, we've got to build more utility into this thing. It can't be just a profile picture. And so the first pivot we made towards making this project awesome was we turned it into being a membership token. So Law Degree's got a lot of cool projects coming up with a lot of amazing celebrities, also just innovative projects built himself with his AI mechanisms, with his 3D art. And we thought, we can turn every Bricktopian into a membership token, which grants you access to all of those future projects. And we could use that as a way to create a core community.
How do you like
that?
that?
We just make it our mission every single day to come back and doing awesome things.
I've got an early access pass and I didn't even know it.
New art that they could go off and show to their friends. And then also, if other people wanted to become a part of their community, suddenly there was demand for that token. So we moved forward with that approach. Got some great feedback from people like Gary V's team at VFriends. That's what it was heavily inspired by. But even then, we thought that's still not enough. We need to push it a little bit further. What can we do? And so we started to think about, well, what do NFT people really love? NFT people love scarcity, and they.
Let me move it up to the next segment. I wanted to move it up to and listen to the whole thing. So let me move it up to. Actually, we're going to listen for another 2 minutes on this segment here. Hold on.
They love quality. They love things that are unique and rare, but most importantly, of a high quality. And we thought, okay, how can we combine those two mindsets? So number one, we created a thing called the Brickto Forge, which if you've read our previous Bricktopians website, it was a mechanism in which we could upgrade the collection over time if collectors burnt their NFTs. And so what the impact of that is you get this effect where people's NFTs are increasing in quality and the total supply is decreasing in supply, so increasing in scarcity. We're like, great, we've unlocked this new mechanism. This is it. This is what's going to make this project succeed. And so at every stage, we're adding new utility, and we're really ramping up to our launch. So I'm sure many of you were here a couple of weeks ago. And as we were gearing up for that launch, we're getting ready. We're looking around at a lot of the other projects in the market. I'm sure we've all seen them, the adjective animals, where it's like, not obviously Bored Ape Yacht Club is the holy grail of that, but there would be like muscly bears or something of the sort, and we're like, we don't want to be playing at this level of NFT. We always want to, when we set out from the beginning, we wanted to innovate, we wanted to do something big, and by being related to the punks or considered a punk derivative at a surface level, we were never, ever, ever going to be able to create long-term quality for all our collectors. And so it was a really hard decision because we had the momentum behind us. We could have gone ahead with the sale.
I like everything he's saying.
It just wouldn't have been the best thing for the longevity of the project. So we decided to make the hard pivot and really make this truly original, do something completely new, all our own characters, all our own art. And
bingo. That's a good stop right there. He explained who they are. I just can't believe that I got into a project that was started by the LaMelo Ball creator. I mean, how did I just stumble into this? You know how I did is basically I'm getting spammed constantly all day long in my Discord DMs with invites to different projects. And in the invite, it shows a little picture of the art piece that is being pushed here, you know? And for the most part, I block or spam reject every single DM that comes my way. But when this one popped up, you guys know I always tell you I have a knack for art. When this one popped up, I didn't delete it. Isn't that crazy? When I saw the brick art, because there's a part of it, you guys, I don't think you have seen. Let me see if there's a way I can share this, because it's gonna include motion. So let me show you the very first thing they started with that got me. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, it might be on the Instagram. But when I first saw this is what got me. I'm gonna try to find it on the Instagram. Give me a second. Brickto. There we go. I know they show it here. Perfect. So follow me on this. Follow me here. This is what they originally looked like. And they're gonna be like this, but more advanced with the better 3D animation, like you're seeing in the pictures I just put up. But so this is what they've advanced to, and they put off minting for a few weeks until they perfected this new stuff that they're doing here, the new dimensional art, let's call it. Okay. But in the beginning, oh, wait a minute. Did they get rid of the other posts of the old stuff? Oh, they might have gotten rid of the old art that they started working with, maybe because they don't want to confuse people and let people think it might include that old art. What a bummer, because some of the stuff. Oh, okay. Here you go. Here you go. They didn't delete the video. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. They didn't delete this. Okay. So this is what I first saw drop in my Discord. And obviously, look at this. Look how cool this is. You see how cool that is? So I did not delete this when I saw this because of that. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So right when I saw that, that interested me. I said, you know, the art's good. Just the whole concept of what they're doing, dropping the logos to make the piece. I just thought that was cool. And the logo element, the Lego element, where there is spaces in between each tile and there's the pop rivet on the top, you know, the connecting part, that brings an element to the art that I like. See, when the piece is finished, you see all those. I like that. I like the Lego element look. I like the space breaks in between the pieces on the final piece. It's just really cool, man. They really Let's look at the other one here. So this caught me right away when I saw this. And then so I wanted to get in. So luckily I got in right in the beginning and I got to whitelist 5 spots. So thank you, Mr. Bricktologist, and thank you, Law Degree, for letting some of us in on the whitelist. And hey, I don't get thousands of views. I've got 2,000 viewers, but this video might get 100 shots. Maybe it'll get more. But hey, one person who watches this could be spreading it to another 100 people. So who knows? If 100 people see this, maybe this goes to 1,000 people or more. So I think it's a good project, right? It looks pretty amazing to me. Okay, let me go back to the AMA, because the AMA, I have certain parts of it written down that I thought were very pertinent and important and good pieces of information. So let me get back to the AMA, because I don't want to waste any time. Like, every piece of the AMA I've played so far was like valuable, and so is everything I'm going to play. If you're interested indeed in this project, if you can get anything, the link to the Discord is still below. It is down below. There are, I think there's still ways to get in on the whitelist. And, if you're really aggressive, you know what I mean? If you're in this community already. So, if you go on there and grind and see what you can do, maybe you can get a whitelist spot. Those people are generous. Sometimes they open up new lists, this and that. We're kind of under the gun, so I doubt it, but I'm just saying, you know how it is. So let me go to the next spot, which is at 15 minutes.
DM to
15:20.
We're getting to ask ourselves,
here we go.
What is the most preposterous thing that we can do to create either something awesome or grab attention for this community? So we're pushing the limits of, obviously, the Bricktopolis, sorry. We're creating a jumping castle. We're getting a billboard in Times Square of Gary Vee's tweet with a link to our Discord, which is just our personal DM to him. At every second that we take this project forward, we will be doing preposterous things to make this awesome. So I just want to really ram that home before getting into how technologically preposterous what we're
Yeah,
I've had a bit more fun, so I can bring the hype,
This will last till 21 minutes on the counter there on the bottom left.
So basically, when we look back a few months, we looked at what the humanoids, claylings, mechaverse were doing, which was basically dunking 1 meter over the heads of every other 2D collection by simply leveling up to 3D, dimensionalizing the 2D predecessors. And okay, so in terms of 4D, there's been a few collections at the 10K range.
So what we're listening to here right now is the actual technology behind the art, which I thought was important to understand and listen to if you're investing money in here. So that's the last part I thought we would that would interest us. So this is going to last until that counter clock at the bottom left there in the orange says 21 minutes. So we got about 5 minutes of this, and then we're done with the sound with the AMA, and we'll move on to look at a couple of things.
Which have nominally done that, i.e. they've done it for the sentence of saying we're 4D. But in terms of the work itself, actually respecting the 4D.
Timeout. Let me mention something here for a second. If you think you missed out, you did not miss out. You don't need to mint this puppy. You don't need to mint this puppy. You can just go buy it right now, tonight. You can just go buy it on OpenSea. Buy the piece before they're opened and revealed. No advice here, but if I missed out on this whitelist, if it was me personally, I would be inclined to go to the OpenSea marketplace right now and just buy several of these at the premium price right now at what they are. So we're going to go look at that. So let's listen to this first.
Anyone who doesn't know, 4D means animation, movement, video. From what I can see, every work basically functions as a 3D level, which has then just been stretched out and they've added some like jiggling or something to take it to the fourth dimension. There's a reason for that. You're not supposed to be able to do what we're doing, where basically we are creating a system where there's 50 brick types. And if you want to think of them as, say, I don't know, players in a basketball team, and every player in the basketball team has got a unique handshake with every other player. And that is considering how each brick variety will tessellate. So how is a 2x4x1 corner piece going to, you know, be friends with a 1x2x3 cuboid piece? And then you multiply that by 10,000. Technologically, this is not something that, again, an Adjective Apes type collection, you know, could be run off an iMac. This is something which we've had to basically onboard a whole platoon of computer scientists and build a supercomputer farm simply to make these calculations. Then the second bottleneck is applying physics simulation 10,000 times to have every NFT of a Bricktopian Bricktostruct or crumble in the same fashion that the Bricktoassembling video you may remember from the Bricktopunks collection did. And then even uploading a file that large onto the blockchain, onto the internet, it is just a preposterously stupid task, which has required a lot of hairs being pulled out of a lot of people's heads and a lot of sweat from the supercomputer.
Yeah. So like one thing I just once again really want to like emphasize in this is that every time, so you might have seen the level of detail picking up every time we share a sneak peek and there's new brick types being added. It's not like we just add a brick type to the AI and it just figures it out. Every time we add a new brick type, we have to, the handshake, the basketball's handshake, individual handshake that Lord Agree mentioned, we have to individually program how every brick relates to every other brick under every condition.
I just got to say something really quick. The guy who's talking right now, he's really smooth, man. His style in talking, the way he changes his pitch, it's just crazy. Like, I wish I could take that into sales, you know what I mean? Because it's really good. If you're in sales, pay attention to his pitch because it's really fucking good. I'm talking about the pitch of his voice, how he goes up and down. It keeps him innocent the whole way through. It keeps him like it's as though he's letting you keep him at bay. It's really an interesting thing that I picked up from him. I really like it. It's really cool. But if you're a sales guy, I would take that to heart.
So every time you add a new one, you have to create a new handshake with all other previous 30 bricks, for example, and then you have to do it again. So the complexity scales exponentially. Just creating those stills in itself is insane. And then as Law was saying, once we move this into
applying the physics simulations and then applying the rendering simulation and then uploading that onto the blockchain.
It's just insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
It should not be done. So really want to emphasize that, like, when you guys see this, it is truly, we can hang our hats on at a scale of 10,000, this being the most technologically ambitious, technologically advanced, preposterous collection that has ever launched. So, and with that, I think it's really important to understand like where that happens within the roadmap. So something that I think we've seen with a lot of collections is you have your sale, you have the pre-reveal, you have the reveal, and then what? Where does that go next? Well, what's really cool about the approach we're taking is that everyone's going to get their Bricktopian at reveal. So you'll be able to actually see your character, so to speak. And then we'll be doing a second reveal event, which is going to be like an evolution event. Currently, the way I've been developing the story is that a 4D serum will be sprayed over Bricktopia and all the Bricktopian NFTs will come to life. And that will be a second reveal event in which everyone will get their own animation. And some animations will be rarer than others. So if you haven't gotten a rare Bricktopian, you might end up with a rare animation. And so we're really, really excited about how we can do this almost second launch event that really brings like another hyped moment to look forward to for the community. So yeah, really want to emphasize that.
Hey, there it is. There it is. And you know, this goes to what I was talking about last night. Last night we did a show here on the Rich Buddy Live show around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time yesterday. And it was on luxury watches. You know, I do a luxury watch talk show, but one of the guys brought up the NFTs, and I told him, hey, you know, it's about, well, I mean, I have a little bit, like I said, I tell them all the time that I study a little bit of art and stuff. So I have a little bit of a knack for art, but I told them I toss 1,000 here, a couple of thousand here, 1,000 there, 500 here, 3,000 there. And it's kind of like sprinkling seeds all over different parts of maybe more than a lawn, but you know, you're sprinkling seeds over different parts of the metaverse. And one of those seeds will grow, or maybe a couple of them will grow. But getting in early on a bunch of projects and taking the chance, hopefully you're doing a little bit of research like I do here, so you don't get rug pulled, right? Now, I've been in a couple of projects that just suck. They're not rug pulls. They still exist, but they just suck. And I'm in a couple of those. So am I going to, you know, be a negative person and look at those couple that didn't really make it? Or am I a forward thinker, and am I going to be the guy who says, hey, look, I sprinkle 20 seeds and 4 of them are going to be really prosperous, but I wouldn't have gotten those 4 if I didn't sprinkle the 20. You understand? So I had to hold some of the NFTs that I might be losing money on in order to make to get the ones that I am making money on, because I had to sprinkle some seed all around, and I didn't know which ones exactly would come through and which ones wouldn't. But this one is one of those ones that looks to stand to be, you know, I got in a damn good project. So I first got attracted to the art, and then after I got you know, because of the art, I wanted to guarantee myself a whitelist spot, and I did. And after I guaranteed myself, you know, 5 mints, they come out with this AMA right here 13 days ago. And that's when he talks about who he is, who they're working with, what they've done. He created the LaMelo Ball collectibles. He was involved with that, which I'm an owner of that. So that just, bam, hit my button right there. And I said, oh, damn, I better get some Ethereum ready, because I am minting 5 of these no matter. And just like that. And then with all of the other things he said here in the AMA, with regard to how this is going to provide me further utility as an access pass to buy other projects that Mr. Law Degree's involved in, and Bricktologist is involved in. Both of those guys, give them credit. You know, this one I'm already in is going to give me utility like that. I mean, I can't believe it. That's phenomenal, right? So yeah, and then on top of all of that, minting right now at 4 a.m. It just so happened today was just so inexpensive. I couldn't believe that the minting price was about $50 per NFT, $55 per NFT. So I spent about $275 in gas fees only to mint these 5 tonight. So I'm pretty excited about this. This to me might be this is definitely in my mind the hottest project that I'm getting involved in right now at the moment. You know, taking a look at this, and this was their initial, mind you, look at this. This was their initial art where it's 2-dimensional. Do you see how before it comes crashing down, it's 2-dimensional? There's about 3,000 bricks dropping here and forming and breaking, I believe. But you see how it's 2-dimensional? So now they have it in that full 3D, like this, like so. Now it's going to come down in 3-dimensional and break apart. So imagine, like he was saying in the AMA, imagine the logarithms or whatever's involved in making that look. All of those bricks are going to have to come down in this with this technology, and it's going to look good. It's going to look amazing, right? So these are just all samples that they've done here. Like I don't know if these are actual Bricktopians that are getting dropped. To be honest, I don't know. But samples or whatever they are, this is basically what you're seeing, what they've been working on. So I like it. And then let me just go to the let's go to my OpenSea. Here we go. So I got 5, right? And so they're not revealed yet. This is the cover page that they come with until the reveal date. I'm not sure when the reveal date is. You know what? The reveal date's going to be after Thanksgiving, isn't it? Because the public sale was on the 23rd. So I'm going to be holding on to these, not knowing what they are for quite a while now, for at least a week. So, but I got 5. And then if we go to the site, yeah, it followed. Okay, perfect. So now if we go here and let's check out, the floor. Okay, so I paid 0.08 to mint, and the floor is up 50% from that. All right. So I paid about $320. Was that what I paid? Yeah. So I paid about $320. And if you want to buy one right now because you don't have pre-sale access, you'll pay 50% more. So instead of $320, you're going to pay $480. So these are basically $500 a piece. And then you're probably going to pay gas fees of about $60 right now. So about $560 each. All right. So about $560 each. I can't tell you what to do or give you advice, but let me see. I'm going to check out, to be honest, I'm going to see if I have any money in here. I have enough to get one more, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna hold on to my I'm gonna hold on to what I got in there in case I need it for something else that comes up. But I mean, it's tempting to get another one, but I got 5. If I have 5, man, I don't need more than 5. I'm pretty invested there. So when I look at my MetaMask, which is what you need to buy those with, it says I spent $1,660, and I think the gas was $270. So so I think that was about $1,950. All right. So that's that. Now, real quick, let me show you what else I've gotten into. I don't think there's anything else I can say about the oh, there's some comments. Hey, what up, Vlad? Oh, you're off to check your traps. Right on, man. Yes, I saw the guy who made his Nautilus into an NFT. Read into it, but don't buy it. Please don't buy it. I don't see that as a good investment or a good idea. If you can't wear the watch and he's got it, it just doesn't make sense to me, that whole thing there. Okay, the thing with these NFTs, Vlad, is that these are equal. It makes everybody equal. Everybody has the same thing, but a different version of it. But with that Nautilus watch, one guy has the real physical object and the other people don't. It's not the same world that we're in here. Something's wrong. Hey, Lucian, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. This is some fun stuff you can watch me play with here, you know? It's kind of fun, the Legos. So this is the one I'm in right now, and I'm very excited about it, like unbelievably excited about it. So what you do is you click buy now, and you can see the floor price, 0.12. How many are at 0.12? So there's 332 for sale. 3,400 have been minted out of the 10,000. And there's several, I mean, there's an entire week of whitelist minting going on. And if I can try to see how many of those were taken up, it does say, I think it says, well, maybe it doesn't say how many are available. Well, I can't imagine many are going to be available by the time the public sale is, you know, the Discord was pretty full. So it's definitely a consideration for me to think about getting more of these. But you know, like the guy said, there's going to be other projects, and these are going to act as a pass to other projects. So for me, I might want to save my money for those other projects, being that I already have 5 of these. But for someone who doesn't have any of these, you might want to consider at least getting one for 500 plus mint cost. That way you have, apparently, according to the AMA, not according to me, right? The AMA we just listened to, that this will give you an access pass to Law Degree's next projects. So that being said, unless you listened to that AMA or are listening to it right now through me, nobody buying these or looking at these is going to know that utility exists. Think about that a second. The utility of, so you might know who Law Degree is, or maybe you don't. I mean, why? If you're in this space and you're crazy into it, you might know. I only know because I listened to that AMA. So there's 2 elements here. People may or may not know who are involved in this project and how good they are and connected. And number 2, people aren't necessarily going to know the utility involved with owning one of these original Bricktopians, because they said that it's going to provide you early access pass to future projects, right? So it sounds good. So I'm glad we went over this, and the fact that you missed minting doesn't mean jack diddly, because for a 50% markup, and you want to buy, in my opinion, you'd want to get these when they're in their unrevealed version, like right now, because nobody knows what is under these things, and you have an equal shot at buying a rare piece as opposed to waiting until they're revealed a week from now and then everything is priced. I'd rather get one at this price and see what's in it by chance and hopefully get a rare piece. Okay, so now I'm going to go to, I'm done with Bricktopians. Man, I love that one. I think I said all I could say about it. Okay, and then one of my friends told me that there's about 500-600 of these left, and I should go mint a couple of them. And so I did. The Skullz X. Skullz. So I did mint a couple of these. What was the mint price? Hold on a second. Let me check and see if I can see the mint price for what I did there. Okay, $663. It's what it cost me for those two. And then gas fees, which was probably $100, maybe more. It might have been $130 or something like that. So let's just say $800. So I paid $400 a piece for these two, the ones that I got. But let me show you the ones that I got. But I got lucky because one of the ones I got was pretty rare. So when you look at this one, the other one's not worth jack diddly. But when you look at, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. When you look at this one that I got a rare one right here. This one's pretty good. So I got really lucky. And I got one that has a lot of low percentage traits. You see that? Several low percentage traits, especially the LED strip and the visor, but more especially the LED strip. So if I click on that, and you go to the least expensive LED strip, these are the only ones for sale. The cheapest one, floor on an LED strip, is 0.3 ETH, which is 1/3 of an Ethereum. What's that? $1,230. So $1,230. So I spent $400 on both of them, $400 on each of them, so $800. And this one's worth $1,200. And if someone buys this, mind you, the floor goes up quick. 0.66 would be the next one. There's another one at 0.66, and then it goes up to 0.8. So as this project goes on, I would think somebody is going to eventually buy these, and the floor will be higher on the one that I got. The other one, I don't even care to look it up. He's got very common traits. So the other one, I'll just hold him, and as the floor goes up later, I'll sell him for the cheapest floor. But this one here, I got a good one that looks to be worth some money. My friend that recommended me to get this one was excited for me that I got this rare piece out of it, because he recommended it. So, you know, he probably would have been bummed if I got two of those, like the first one. But being that I got one of these, he was excited for me. This one here are the animated versions, and these ones are the super rare ones here. These ones are worth a lot of money. So there you go. So I don't know anything about this project at all, the Skullz. I don't know anything about it other than a friend of mine said he thought it was hot. He liked the art, and he thought I should grab a couple real quick. And so I did. And I got lucky by snatching up a rare piece on the mint, because I minted this. I didn't buy one here, right? I minted it. I think the minting is might be over by now. Let me check. I'm gonna check. Wait a minute here. Hold on. I'm not sure if that was sharing or not. So let me pull this off. And I'm going to just check and see if the minting is done. Oh, there's still 200 left. Okay, let me there's still 200 left. Interesting. That's cool. So I'll post the link if anybody wants to mint. Let me go to my stream here. Okay, I'm going to my manage video section here, and I'm going to put that down there right now. So give me a second. So this is the link to Skull site. Minting. Right, that's that. And then the link for the Skullz Discord, I want to put that down there too. And if you want to use the official link in there, you can, or you can use the link I posted. But let me find that. Skullz. Or did I already post that in there? Hold on a second here. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, so let me put that in there too. All right, so I got that stuff in the, so I got some links in my description down below now. Link to the minting site, link to the Discord, link to the Discord for the Bricktopians. Let me post the pre-sale. Okay, so the link to the, I'll also post the link to the Bricktopians for public minting. Although I don't think you really want to do that, because you'll probably pay a lot in gas fees. It's probably cheaper just to pay. It's probably cheaper just to buy it right now in OpenSea at 3 or 4 in the morning tonight or tomorrow with low gas fees than it would be to compete in the middle of the day for gas fees to mint a piece. Okay. So I got all that up there. Sorry for that. Okay, so I wanted to get all that up there. Can you still mint Bricktopian at the moment, or do you need to wait for public sale? You need to wait for public sale. Don't go on there and try to mint if you're not whitelisted. Someone went on there and said they tried to do that, and they have a hung up transaction in the blockchain right now. So I don't want that to happen to you. Don't try to mint unless you're whitelisted. So the 23rd is the public mint for Bricktopian. But I mean, I think it's probably better just to buy it on OpenSea for 50% for 0.12 instead of 0.08, because the gas fees are low right now. And if you try to mint on the 23rd and compete with people, you're probably not going to get one, or you're going to pay more than you would if you just bought it tonight. I think you would, because I've experienced that already with hot NFTs and gas wars. So I did that with Jungle Freaks, right? So I got I had experience with that with the Jungle Freaks. Okay, let me show you the next project I'm working on that I got into. Hold on a second here. So I got these full body apes. So I got these. And what these are is these are Bored Ape Yacht Club. And what happened is Bored Ape Yacht Club members decided that they were going to create a derivative project which would take their ape and create a body to match it, hence a full-bodied ape. So the ape the ape that I own here, that head is actually an official an official Bored Ape Yacht Club profile, and it was, and so are all the others, and the other one that I own. So somebody owns this original profile of that ape head, and that person had the right to make the full body ape version of their head that they own, and only they were allowed to make it. And on top of that, of the 10,000 Bored Apes, only the first 1,111, whoever decided to do it first, were allowed to do it. So in short, this ape was created by a Bored Ape owner who is down here, Just Pedro. So Just Pedro created this. I'm pretty sure I'm looking at it right. He would have been the one to mint it, I think. Just Pedro would have been the one to mint it. So he owns that ape, and then he listed it for sale, and I bought it 2 days ago for a quarter Ethereum. A quarter of Ethereum. That's $1,000 right now. It was more money when I bought it 2 days ago, but basically it's $1,000 right now. So I bought this for $1,000 a couple of days ago, and there's only 1,111 of these. You get it now? You get it? So let's go to the Full Body Ape Club. So you see that there's only 1,100 of these available. There's 500 owners. On average, each person owns 2, just like I do. And the floor price is just over a quarter Ethereum, just over what I paid. However, you know that I got a couple that have a little bit better traits than probably the ones on floor. So the ones at floor right here, I could tell you this one probably isn't bad because he's got the service suit, which is like a 1% property. But so hey man, this is one of the next gambles that I'm in. There you go. What else can I say about that? Oh, there's nothing else I can really say about that. So just like it says here, not affiliated with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, but used with permission. There it is. And they allowed 1,100 of them to be made by the original 8 members. So you had to be a Bored Ape Yacht owner to make it. So so basically what I have here could not have been made by anybody other than the person who owned that original ape face. And this one has the leopard togo, and the leopard togo was a rarer trait. So anyway, that's what I'm messing with in the NFT market right now. That's what I am messing with in the NFT market. Other than that, you know, I've got my stoned apes, which I got some enlightened apes from just by owning those other 6. So they gave me these. I just had to pay gas fees for all of these. That collection is mediocre. I'm hoping it goes up one day. And the LaMelo Ball collectibles are pretty good. You know, everything's kind of just hanging out. Everything's kind of just hanging out. The Jungle Freaks one, to be honest, I'm not sure where that one's at all. Oh, look at that. That's gone up quite a bit. That's at half an Ethereum now. So the cheapest one here is $2,000. $2,000. Okay, that's good. I was up considerably on these, and then they went south, and that's what happens. They went south, but they've come back considerably. They've tripled from their crash. So I would say that if I sold mine, I would probably get $6,000 for my 2, which I'd be at a loss right now if I did that. So we're just going to hang out and wait. I'd be at a $3,000 loss right now if I tried to sell mine. So hey, you know, we were up $15,000 on that move. I didn't sell them and they crashed. I learned a lesson on that. I mean, but you know, maybe I didn't learn a lesson. If those went up to 20,000 a piece and I had gotten rid of them and made before, you know, making a substantial profit, but getting out way too early. And if they went up to 20, 30,000 each, like a Bored Ape or whatever, then I would have said the same thing, but for the other reason. I would have said, well, I learned a lesson. I shouldn't have sold them. So, you know, I'd be saying the same thing the other way, just the other direction. So that's promising. I'm glad. I didn't expect those to be going up. And then if we look at the stoned apes, those are not really doing what I want them to do. But that's okay. You know, like I said, you get in a few projects, you win some, you lose some. Have I won some on here? The LaMelo Balls are up. The cats are up. Oh, the cats are up really good. Oh, the cats have almost doubled. Oh, the cats have doubled. That's pretty good. Okay. So look at these cats are at $570 a piece. So I'm double my money on these right now, on these silly cats. I'm double my money on those. But I'm actually probably more than double my money because I have 2 rare ones. So I probably quadruple my money on those actually. These things go with them. People buy these with them. And I don't know what the price is on these. I got ripped off on these a little bit. I paid 0.09 and they're 0.05. So these are about half the price of what I paid. Those spacesuit packs. I'll just hold those over time. And right now I'm looking at my full body apes, my skulls, and more than ever, I'm looking at these Bricktopians. These are the ones I'm most excited about. Hands down, these are my best NFTs right here. I mean, of course, I'm not talking about like my super rare sports cards or whatever, right? But as far as quote unquote cool NFTs, what the kids like, this is my best one. These are my best ones. I have no doubt these are going to be the best ones. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I think that's it. Gone over everything. Let me see if anybody's got a question or two. Nope, we're all good. All right, peace out. Thank you. Good luck in all your NFT ventures, man. Peace.